Hi, this is Jacob Wolf with ESPN Esports and the Undefeated, and I'm here with Jestise, MVD, Negron.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Doing well. I'm doing
cool.
Fantastic. It's great. It's great to be at Evo.
Yes, it is. Las Vegas.
You were saying you like this venue a little bit better. How do you like it comparative to the past few years you've been here?
Well, I felt like space was an issue the past couple of years, and this one just blows it out of the water. There's so much space. The area like between setups, there's like a couple feet between them now. Before, we're kind of like sardines. Right now, there's a lot of, I mean, it's true. There's a lot of space, there's a lot of vendors, a lot of things to do. It's not just like, we're here to play a tournament. You know, you got a lot of booths, got a lot of vendors, a lot of cool things to do here.
Yeah, so last year, Smash 4 ran till like 1 a.m. on Friday night, and remember, and then everybody had to get up at 10 a.m. again for top 32, I believe?
Thankfully, I didn't do well enough to have to wake up early, but I was there till 1 a.m. Right? Yes, I do.
How do you like kind of some of the changes that Evo has made for Smash 4 to cater a little bit better to your guys' needs?
I think it's been really great. I feel like day one, because I had 10 a.m. pools yesterday, so I woke up early and I was done for the day by 11:30. So I was kind of like, you know, we could have maybe done like a couple more matches or something, but it didn't like affect much because today I had, 12 p.m. pools and I had my pool matches, and after that I was into bracket, and it's running well, so I can't really complain about that. Like, ooh, we have too much time to do stuff. Like, that's not a real complaint,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like this year makes up for kind of last year's flaws?
Yeah, I would definitely say that. Anyone who didn't come this year because of last year, I think, they definitely proved that they care about us enough to cater to us to a certain extent. And, they gave us Sunday, and the schedule has been really relaxed. So it helps the experience of the overall event.
And last kind of like event question before we move on to more of your performance and stuff. So Smash 4 is on Disney XD tomorrow night,
yes.
Top 8. What do you think that means for the Smash 4 community?
I think like people are taking it and they're like excited about it, but I think people aren't as excited as they should be, because that's a big deal. That's like Disney. Hello. You've heard of Disney, right? Like, pretty big deal. And it's really cool that the players who make it to top 8 will be recognized on national television. And that gives us an opportunity to expand and grow our game, because people who watch Disney XD tomorrow night, or ESPNU as well, I believe, they'll be able to see this game that maybe a lot of people don't take too seriously, because it's not on ESPN like Street Fighter, or it doesn't have a trillion views like other games. It's like but now we get to expose everybody to it and show everybody what we're really about, and I think that's a great opportunity for us.
So one thing on that note, and that we were talking about earlier, a lot of you're out of the tournament now.
Yes.
ESAM's out of the tournament.
Yes.
MKLeo's out of the tournament. Ally's out of the tournament. So a lot of the people that kind of like founded this game's community and were big parts of Brawl as well will not be in top 8 tomorrow.
Yeah.
What are you expecting out of top 8 with all those people gone?
I think it's I can't really call it crazy, because Smash 4 does that all the time. Civil War, we saw the same thing. Zero, Ally, MKLeo all got knocked out really early, and the top 8 was still one of the best top 8s we've seen.
It was also the 2GG curse, to be fair.
Well, and that's another story. But no, I think it'll be a really good top 8, like, nonetheless. As I said, at Civil War, we had a fatality breakout, but he got 33rd here. So it's like, I'm confident we'll at least see like the Zero Nairo matchup. I'm not sure who else, Larry probably, but it'll still be an exciting top 8, and something that like we're not used to seeing, like with Ally, the champion of last year, not being there, and Leo, who's undisputed second best in the world, and he's not going to be there. It's crazy, but that's what makes the game so fun and interesting, because you almost never know what's going to happen, and that's scary for the players, but interesting for the viewers, I feel.
So Ally, last year's champion, is out because of you.
Whoops.
What was that? What was that set like between you and him? And how did you feel after taking a monumental victory, but very early in the tournament?
Yeah, it felt really good. Ally and I, this is, I believe, the 4th time we've played, and he's been victorious every other time. I came close once. It was a Game 5 last hit scenario, and then he beat me at Frostbite, beat me at SmashCon. Then this time, I got him. Like, I was playing really well. He was playing pretty well. We just capitalized on each other's mistakes as hard as we could. I feel like I just did a slightly better job than he did. He won game 1, took the advantage, and then I kind of just momentum my way through 2 and 3. 2 was pretty close game. 3 was almost last hit, if I remember correctly. But it was just really exciting because, just not even the fact that he won last year, just the name, it's Ally. And everyone knows Ally. You play Smash, you know Ally. And that's a big accomplishment for me, beating a top 5 player in the world at the moment. And it felt really good.
Your elimination set, you also played a phenomenal player, Abadango. You lost, but it was not a landslide. It's not like he blew you out of the water. What were you thinking throughout that set? And then specifically when you got that off stage or the knockoff stage on the second part of the set?
It was exciting because Abadango and I have this kind of rivalry going on ever since Brawl. He came one of the Apexes, 2012 I believe it was, and I beat him there. And before he left to Japan, he came up to me and he said, "Revenge." And I was like, whoa. So then Evo 2 years ago with Customs, we sit down to play a match, and he looks at me before we play and he goes, "It's time for my revenge." And I was like, oh boy. This is scary. And he beat me there. So I was like, okay. Then Genesis 4 in January, we played again. And I sat down and I go, my turn for revenge. And then he beat me. And I was like, darn it. All right, whatever. And then CEO, we played once again, and I sat down and I go, okay, now this time I'm going to get my revenge. And I beat him there, game 5 situation. And then here, it's like the set that determines it. It's the 5th set we played. And he edged it out. He played really well. I played really well. I felt like I could have gone either way. I definitely could have won. But no, the end of that game 2 was having me sweating. I was like, uh-oh, it's 30 seconds. And I'm losing by 40%. I was like, I need to make something happen. And going off stage is not something that I personally enjoy doing or, Diddy Kong enjoys doing.
Yeah.
But I did it, and I caught him off guard, and, 7 seconds left, and I get a stage spike. And that was a really good moment for me.
So I put out a Twitter poll mid-set that said, do you think PG MVD is the best Diddy Kong not named Zero? And the general consensus seems to be yes. You've played significantly better this year than most previous years.
Yes.
Your Diddy Kong looks great, and a lot of the other players that play that character, Zenodo, don't look nearly as good as you in Zero.
Okay.
What has changed for you that have made you play better throughout this year?
I think it's a mindset thing. Aside from I've recently gotten a coach, and he's been helping Esam and I out. Tony, shout out to Tony. I love him. It was hard at first because me, I'm stubborn. Everyone knows I'm stubborn. And when someone criticizes my gameplay, I'm like, the claws come out, and I'm like, no, I'm the one playing, not you. I understand, but no, I just buckled down and just accepted that I have to listen and change some things, and I have, and I think it shows. And I've been doing a lot of one-player training mode stuff, practicing a lot with Esam this past week, just changing the way I see the game a little bit and just improving on my practice, basically.
Well, thank you for the interview.
Thank you.